A peaceful Mediterranean morning, gentle waves, quiet beaches, maybe a fisherman arguing with a seagull, the usual Italian coastal ambiance. And then something changes, the horizon darkens. Rotor blades begin to hum, the water shakes. A 33,000-ton steel giant called the Trieste appears like a floating city, flanked by frigates and destroyers, with landing craft ripping across the waves. Let's dive in. The San Marco Marine Brigade isn't huge. It's around 3,800 personnel, publicly listed by the Italian Ministry of Defense. And yet the capabilities they bring to the table are massively amplified by two things: Italy's amphibious ships, Italy's naval aviation. This isn't a force built to defend a single coast. This is a force built to deploy into the Mediterranean at a moment's notice. A hotspot filled with piracy routes, smuggling networks, terrorism risks, political instability, and constant NATO operations. Italy doesn't just participate in this environment, it sits at the center of it. If a crisis breaks out in North Africa, the Balkans, the Eastern Mediterranean, or near the Suez shipping lanes, Italy's Marines are among the quickest forces NATO can deploy by sea. That's not opinion. NATO's official Southern Command frequently identifies Italy as a primary hub for maritime security in the region. Geography plus capability equals strategic relevance. Let's talk ships, because without ships, you don't have amphibious operations. You just have very determined swimmers. Italy's amphibious fleet is one of Europe's most modern. Let's start with the big one, Trieste. Commissioned recently, and according to the Italian Navy, designed for amphibious assault, air operations, humanitarian missions, and command and control roles. At over 33,000 tons, Trieste is larger than many small aircraft carriers around the world. It can carry helicopters, drones, vehicles, armored units, landing craft, medical facilities, and entire marine battalions. This isn't just a ship, it's a mobile headquarters, a floating airport, and a marine base combined. And importantly, Trieste can operate the F-35B. This gives Italy something incredibly rare: a marine landing force backed by stealth fighters. Only a handful of countries can do this: the US, the UK, Japan, and Italy. That's it. Alongside Trieste, Italy fields the San Giorgio class LPDS, San Marco, San Giorgio, and San Giusto. These 8,500-ton ships carry landing craft, vehicles, and marine units straight to the beach. They've been used in real deployments in places like Somalia, Lebanon, and Libya, which gives Italy something no amount of training can replicate: operational experience. Italy also operates the aircraft carrier Cavour, which is F-35B capable, and often leads Italy's naval task groups. This combination, a landing helicopter dock, LPDs, frigates, destroyers, and a carrier, allows Italy to form what analysts call a mini expeditionary strike group. Not massive, but extremely flexible, fast, and very effective in the Mediterranean. Italy's amphibious forces aren't just the San Marco Marines. They also include the Serenissima Regiment of the Italian Army. These two units train together, plan together, and deploy together, forming what Italy calls its joint amphibious capability. This is one of the most advanced amphibious partnerships in Europe. The Navy's San Marco Brigade specializes in naval infantry, boarding, urban operations, air assault, and rapid coastal insertion. The Army's Serenissima Regiment brings armored mobility, ground combat strength, and extra firepower. That dual structure is one of Italy's biggest advantages: Navy precision plus Army muscle. It's like pairing a scalpel with a hammer and knowing exactly when to use each. Italy's Marines don't train for theoretical battles, they train for the Mediterranean. Their training includes coastal operations, lagoon warfare, and maneuvering through narrow waterways, because Italy's coastline is full of these environments. Urban combat training in dense, historic towns, because most Mediterranean population centers look exactly like that. Maritime boarding operations, an area where Italy has real-world anti-piracy experience off Somalia. These operations are documented in NATO counter-piracy reports. Joint exercises with French units like the 21st Marine Infantry Regiment, practicing amphibious landings, river crossings, and combined arms scenarios, working closely with the Italian Navy's Special Forces, Comsuben, especially for raids, reconnaissance, and high-risk maritime operations. This is training designed for reality, not theory. And that's not even the tough part. San Marco Marines have a summer Hell Week, drown-proofing drills, long-distance swims, underwater conditioning, and amphibious assault rehearsals that push endurance to the limit. Are they the toughest Marines in Europe? That's subjective, and therefore an opinion, but based on the publicly documented variety of their training environments, they are among the most versatile. Many European Marine forces train hard, but deploy rarely. Italy deploys constantly. Here are examples from publicly reported reported missions. In Somalia, San Marco units conducted port security and maritime patrols under the EU's Operation Atalanta. In Lebanon, they participated in UNIFIL missions, securing coastal zones and supporting stabilization efforts. In Afghanistan and Iraq, they guarded critical infrastructure and conducted marine infantry operations alongside NATO partners. In Libya, they supported humanitarian evacuations and naval operations during the 2011 crisis. In anti-piracy operations off the Horn of Africa, San Marco boarding teams were frequently highlighted by NATO for precision and discipline. This experience matters. Training prepares you, deployment shapes you, and Italy's Marines have both. Let's talk air support, because this is where Italy jumps ahead of nearly everyone else. The Italian Navy operates F-35B stealth fighters, NH-90 helicopters, AW-101 heavy naval helicopters, AW-169, and AW-139 utility helicopters, shipborne drones. This means Italy can escort landing craft, provide air cover, conduct reconnaissance, insert special forces teams, and support Marines ashore, all from the sea. Italy's amphibious task forces don't need to rely on air bases in another country. They bring their air base with them. The F-35B capability is confirmed by Italian Navy and Ministry of Defense publications, giving Italy a level of amphibious air integration that most European forces simply lack. Imagine a trident. The middle point is the San Marco Marines, the landing force. The left point is naval aviation, helicopters, drones, and stealth fighters. The right point is the naval escort group, frigates, destroyers, and submarines. When Italy deploys all three, it forms a self-contained expeditionary package. It can land troops, protect the fleet, provide close air support, conduct surveillance, block enemy movements, assist civilian evacuations, or stabilize a coastline. This approach is often referenced indirectly in Italian naval doctrine, a balanced mix of amphibious lift, aviation support, and naval combat power. This part must be handled with nuance to stay factual and within guidelines. The UK Royal Marines are legendary and arguably have the most diverse global training. France's Troops de Marine are experienced but are technically an army branch, not full naval infantry. Spain's Infanteria de Marina is extremely capable and the oldest marine force in Europe. The Netherlands and Belgium have excellent but smaller marine units, but Italy currently leads in one specific way. It is the only European country, besides the UK, with a modern amphibious assault ship like Trieste, an aircraft carrier operating F-35Bs, a dedicated naval infantry brigade, a cooperating army amphibious regiment, a large escort fleet including area air defense destroyers, a central Mediterranean location, constant real-world deployments. This combination is rare and extremely effective. Best depends on criteria, and that's personal judgment. But based on the total package, Italy sits at or near the top of Europe's amphibious capabilities today. Italy isn't stopping here. The next decade includes more F-35Bs joining the fleet, expanded drone integration across amphibious operations, updated amphibious vehicles and landing craft, improved reconnaissance and communication systems, upgraded fleet escorts, including new FREM and PPA-class ships, modernized training for contested environments, more cooperation with NATO's amphibious centers. Italy's navy is shifting toward a more expeditionary posture, as reflected in recent public defense planning documents. This future will rely heavily on the Trieste-Cavour combination, two platforms that allow Italy to project power far beyond its shores. Italy is positioning itself not just as a regional force, but as NATO's amphibious backbone in the Mediterranean. We are living in a time where the Mediterranean is becoming more contested. Shipping lanes, energy routes, migration flows, piracy zones, political instability, and competing foreign actors all put pressure on NATO's southern flank. Italy is geographically locked into this environment, but instead of being overwhelmed, it has built a force tailored for it. Fast, flexible, capable of humanitarian missions, able to fight if needed, integrated with NATO, and supported by a strong navy. In a world that's shifting back toward maritime competition, Italy's amphibious forces aren't just soldiers on the beach. They're a stabilizing tool, a deterrent, and a rapid reaction asset. And that is why so many analysts make the argument, and again, this is an interpretation, not an absolute statement, that Italy's Marines might be the best amphibious force in Europe today. So the next time you're relaxing on a Mediterranean beach, enjoying the sun, the waves, and the illusion of peace, remember something. Somewhere over the horizon, Italy's Marines are training, preparing, and deploying. Not for glory, not for headlines, but because the Mediterranean never truly stays quiet. And when it doesn't, these are the men and women who arrive first. Italy's Marines are not just an amphibious force. They are one of Europe's sharpest, fastest, and most modern tools for security, backed by a navy with real ships, real jets, and real missions. And that's why they're a force worth understanding. And here's the important part. All of these developments, ships, aircraft, training, doctrine, are not isolated projects. They're part of a coordinated plan for Italy to remain the Mediterranean's primary amphibious anchor for NATO over the next 2 decades. Which leads to one simple conclusion. If you're planning to pick a fight on a beach somewhere near the Mediterranean, maybe choose a different beach, because the one with Italian Marines on it, that's not going to go well.